your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Party, I'm a real go-getter. Rock a fur coat, but it's not chinchilla. Who's that dude with the master plan? It's Mr. Pinecone with the mic in my hand. I ball on a budget, got a bag full of nuggets. Living life to the fullest before I'm kicking the bucket. No time for the haters, I'm the meat and potatoes. I'm the product of Anunnaki and godly invaders. You wanna go down the rabbit hole? Well, come along with me. Let me phone comb. Let me take you on the trip to the Pleiades or the Seven Seas. We can sail them all. Bring your dungarees and your toothbrush, your knapsack. We'll have a nightcap, then I'll bring you back. Mr. Pinecone's come a long, long way, so everybody get sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
Not only does he have the audacity, he has the balls of a dreadlord from the 13th dimension. Woo! What's going on, everybody? So, crazy shit going on with Lily Finance. But just in case, there's going to be some people that'll come in here, and your man Bleed's going to have to sucker punch some little bitches. So, you know. Did you know? Here's a fun fact. Did you know this? Howard Johnson, the one that was an actual dude, he used to train baseball by swinging his bat inside a pool to increase his strength as he was going through his motion. And then he would do focus exercises because he had bad vision in order to improve his eyesight. I don't know if y'all remember who he was. He was a third baseman, played for the Mets way back in the old days, kind of moved around to a lot of different places and stuff like that. But he was one of those guys that when I was a kid, like I thought he was just a great player because I love the passion that he played with. I love the way that he played. He was like really good player to me anyway. So anyway, let's get into Lily. Here is what I have, and this is the best update that I can give about what's going on. And these things like this, like I have to say that, first of all, I am friends with several people on that team, and they believe and still do that this is somehow an oversight on the part of Coinbase. And I don't have to give them or not give them anything for that, because this is a grown man's game. You invest if you want to, you don't if you don't want to, but we're all adults, so we invest in stuff, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Now, I don't want to say that there have been other tokens that have survived when these listings things didn't happen, or didn't happen on time or anything like that. If something changes in a day or two, then all of a sudden these guys come back to becoming heroes. And Scott, you actually have you've got a great point, actually, and we're going to get to that. So basically, it's my impression here that these guys just put on some blinders. They believe that this was going to happen, right? And I've got I'm going to put it to you this way. I've got not exactly insider detail, but I've got casual conversation details, which I was able to ask questions that you might not be able to ask and get answered. And with a great certainty, it occurs to me that they were legitimately talking to Coinbase because, in order to do some transactions with Coinbase, you have to type in their address, and there's a specific, set of addresses and stuff like that you have to type in. So I have every reason to believe that this is a thing. Now, let me also say that a couple months ago, one of the employees of Coinbase was arrested for insider trading. So that led me to Zach Siegel, who made and the reason that I didn't have a question, or if I had a question, why I didn't announce it to everybody. But when Zach Siegel said this is false, the only listings are going to be Coinbase assets or on their blog thing. So he can't take that back down, because if he does, then that is insider trading. So he has to leave it up until there's an actual, or there would be an actual listing. So yeah. And like I said, sometimes a trash bag is going to show up. And if anybody wants to boot them, you're welcome to. Look, this is for grown-ups. This is not for crybaby bitches. But here's the thing. I said this. I said, here's the question that the guys have not. No, here, as a matter of fact, hold on. Dylan, we'll get into that. We'll get into that in just a second. No, I'm still sitting on mine. Oh shit, I got to hear. Hold on. I'm still sitting on mine. Not worth nearly as much now, but I'm still sitting. I haven't sold, and I mean, I'm going to tell you why I didn't sell. And it's because, at the end of this, I'm gonna trust this team. I'm not sure where. Look, I'm not sure where it goes. I'm not sure. They're still convinced that this is legitimate and that they're not scammed. And they did give me some reasons for why. So I'm gonna ride this out. And where's price now? Price right now is at 18.89. Here's where I'm gonna pull out, right? And I'm gonna look at this, and I don't like it, but I mean, listen, I'm gonna throw some perspective on it for myself and say, holy shit, because I'm in way down here. So, I'm not in bad shape. So it's okay it's not awesome. I'm not trying to tell anybody that's awesome, but it's okay for me to be down a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's not real money until I cash it out anyway. If that makes sense, and like that's the way I'm looking at it. Like it's okay for me, but so yeah, well, see, that's it. That's just it. There's a lot of people, and listen, I appreciate that, man, but there's a lot of people that are entitled to be kind of mad because, look, a lot of people wanted to scalp and steal some ETH off of the pool. I mean, that's kind of what we do in crypto. I'm not that. I do that with Ethereum all the time, so I'm okay with that. Some people thought doing it on something with a 10% tax is a good idea. I mean, that's stupid to me, but you do you. I mean, it's okay. You know what I mean? So Graveyard, I haven't sold anything. Everyone thought that experimental asset had to do with Lily. They did that back with ApeCoin and other projects. And you know what? I still think that that's a sign that you're going to see, like, I'm not sure. And here's the problem. The problem is, it's my understanding that the team was trying to reach out to Coinbase all day long. And if anybody here has ever dealt with any listings, then you should know that not all of these listings are easy to talk to people. So it's very complicated, and a lot of these get done without ever speaking to anybody on the phone. You're contacted by somebody, you get an email, then you get an upload link, and then you get a wallet address, and you verify the person, you verify the legitimacy, but you don't do it with a person, you do it through their website, et cetera, et cetera. So there's many different situations in which you can verify, and I was assured that they did verify it, and using the Coinbase.com website, and not some kind of hack or anything like that. And there was a lot more to it. Now, here's the other part that's kind of important. The Coinbase listing was free, so nobody asked for any money at any point. So there was no dollar amount. I had a conversation with some developers, and one of the things that I said, or one of the things that they said was, listen, that people are saying that we sold. We didn't sell because all of our tokens are locked up, because as team members, all of our tokens are locked. And I'm like, right, but that doesn't stop you from, creating your own bag way down at the bottom, and then pumping the chart and then dumping on everybody. Like I said, you're not looking at the big picture, you guys. You're not hearing what people are saying. Like, when people are it's not magical. People are devious and stuff like that. And, we need some assurances that that's not the case. Right. And from what I have so far, is they understood my concerns and exactly what I'm saying. So I think that they got the point. I'm sure that they got the point. I'm sure that they got the message. I'm sure that they understand what everybody's concern is and what everybody's situation is. And CEO, thank you for the $10 bomb. BRL in the house. Almost missed out on that crypto and chill. How are you feeling about the bull run? Fucking bull run is just continuing. I think bull run's at about 293 right now. Retraced a little bit from 320. Jay Foster, if you're in here, but you know who sold. Did Lily shut off questions and answers? I don't know the answer to that. I don't think so, or I can't imagine that they would. But I mean, sometimes people get a little hot-headed, and nope. From what I see right here, they did not. But here's what I do know. What I do know is people are posting addresses to people so that they can go get them. Those are the scalpers. Those are the dirtbags. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the little scumbags that, hey, 8121 Meadow Lane, Munster, Indiana, partner. You don't need an invitation. But bring some gauze, because some of us here, hey, I live on the border of Indiana and Illinois. So if you know anything about Indiana, the only thing that you need in order to have protection in your house is the desire to have protection in your house. So like I don't worry about this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I just told you guys where I live. So there's like, I'm not worried. It doesn't matter to me. And it's okay, because I want people to be safe, and I want everybody to make money as well. So we're gonna go through this, and we're gonna try to get through as many comments as we can. I only dropped 500 on it today. I was willing to take a chance in case it happened. Magic for Life. If you sold and you took a loss, I'm sorry about that. But I got a feeling that if you don't, if you haven't sold, or if you don't think it's worth it right now, I'm holding mine, and you saw how much I have. I'm going to hold on to it, because I got an idea that, I'm not saying that I'm guaranteeing that anything's going to get listed or anything like that. But I am saying that there are a lot of tokens out there who have thought that they're going to get listed on something. There's a lot of tokens who've dealt with difficulty in the past. It's not the end of any token. So I do believe that a time, if I have to wait a month for price action to come up to a more reasonable level where I feel comfortable, and I could take profit or something like that, then, maybe, but I wasn't doing that anyway. So I wasn't intending on, you know what I mean? Like, I'll put it this way. If it had done about a 10x from where it was, and I think it was about 4x from where it is right now. So I would have had 8 or 9 ETH. I would have had about 9 ETH. So I would have had about 10 grand, right? So if it had done 10x from that, that would have been 100 grand, and I might have taken like 10 or 20,000 out and left the other 80 in just to let it ride, because it'd still be 80 grand into a project that I think still has a fairly low market cap for where it ends up in the long run. So I'm kind of in it for the long game, but my position and what I do and out here talking to people requires me to be explaining short game. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of a pain in the ass. And come to Volt Lily Investors. Now hates the time, or it is the time. I think that's what that meant. Health insurance companies already provide what Lily is trying to provide. You're not going to be able to pay medical bills or anything with crypto. That's not what they're trying to provide. That's not the reason that they're doing it, and that has nothing to do with it. But having a medical blockchain is not about being able to pay your bill with crypto. That's kind of awesome, but not really the point. The point of it is the transfer of information, the blockchain portion of it. That's not about money. That's not about digitizing that's not about digital currency or anything like that. The blockchain is about having a ledger in which you have information. So if you, Dylan, ever go to the doctor, then your information will be on a blockchain ledger. Now, the only people who can ever access it are the people that you give the key to. So that would be your primary care physician, your dentist, your optometrist. Only the people that you authorize would have access to it, but would all be in one safe place, which everybody could access. So they would have to have your private key in order to get in there, and that's how it would work. And there would be a computer that there would be software that everybody would have that would allow them to access the blockchain and unlock the data so that they could use it in case something happened. And it would be updated constantly, because it would be very simple to have it updated and on that ledger instead of in every doctor's office. So if something happened to you and you ended up going to the emergency room, well, on your insurance card would be the key to unlock your medical records, and they would have all the medical records, and they wouldn't have to reach out to your doctor or anybody else. They would know right away. So that's the idea behind it. So it's actually very innovative and a great idea, but paying with crypto, we're probably still early for that. What happened isn't on you. No, you're right. Listen, Ellis, I understand that. It's not on me, but it is on me that I've been saying the whole time that I trust these guys. And to this point, I still trust these guys. And there's going to be some of you that don't like me for that. And I don't care, because if you were my friend, I wouldn't stab you in the back either. And some of these guys over here are my friends, and I'm not going to stab them in the back either. And if you think that I am, you don't know me very well, and you kiss my ass. But friends matter, or they should matter. And if I find out that my friend got scammed, I'm going to feel bad because my friend got scammed. And I'm going to be like, dude, you owe me like, I think $150. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in for a lot. I've done well, but I'll be like, you owe me $150 or something like that. Or, partner with me for a month on the channel, you cheap prick. You know what I mean? Something like that, maybe. But, look, if you're my friend, then I'm going to defend you. And if I come out looking like an asshole because I defend you, fine. I come out looking like an asshole because I defend you. But I'm only defending you against little punk ass bitches anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. You haven't given an update about the Terrarium centralized exchange launch on December 26th, because I don't have an update really. I think that they have I like what they're saying. I like what I'm hearing. I don't like the fact that when they release, the preview, that there's misspellings and stuff like that. Like, you really should be focused a little bit more than what I think they are on minute details. So, I'm not going to fault them for it, because, it's not my place to fault them for it. but you know, I really think they should have done. They probably could have impressed a little bit more. Lily, holders can come. Volt, our train is still at the station. We will depart soon. BRL is the way. Volt, we got the. Hey, Volt Army is in here strong. I always love the Volt Army, guys. You know that Volt Army is first and dearest in my heart. Bull Run is making a run at it. And Lillian, I got friends in all these different places. I got friends in low places and high places. So I've always thought you were awesome. I'm signing off. Can't watch you anymore. Your credibility is shot. You can barely put a sentence together, and you are all over the place. That's okay. Good luck to you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming in when you did. It was nice to have you here while you were here, and I hope that you find what you're looking for. Lightning bolts, they should have never done the launch party for the listing. You know, as a matter of fact, I think you're 100% right. And I can tell you, because this is not something where I couldn't tell you. So we were contacted. Now, I've been talking to Ryan quite a bit about it, and you know, I don't know the circumstances by which, but Ryan has been a longtime supporter of Lillian, and you know, I make videos every once in a while. So I got an invite that said, "Hey, you want to come on the live stream? We got a special announcement that we're making. It's going to be about our Tier 1 exchange." And at this point, I don't know what the Tier 1 exchange is. So then I come in, and when I come in, you know, I'm coming in like 3 minutes before they're going live, and they're at the end of a conversation that they were already having, and they were like, "Yeah, baby, let's go." You know, like they're all pumped up, and they're all super excited because they're like, "I can't believe this is happening. This is awesome. Are you sure we can tell?" And the person that asked, "Are you sure we can tell?" then said, "Well, yeah, I'm sure we can tell because I asked twice." And they said, "Yeah, it's okay if you tell. It's okay if you let your people know." So that's when they and at that point, I hadn't said anything at that point, and then Ryan came in, and then somebody said the word Coinbase, and Ryan said it's Coinbase, and you know, we were like, "Okay, cool. So it's Coinbase is going to be the okay." And then we go live, and they make the announcement in the listing, and you know, like we're not, you know, and to be fair, we weren't there to ask questions to begin with. We were just finding out what was going on anyway. And when we do this stuff, we become reactionary. So all I can do, or all anybody can do at that point, is just kind of react to it. And they were adamant that it was going to happen no matter what. I don't know what's going on there because I'm in there right now, and it looks like it's live again. So, and I see people making comments. So, if somebody did that, somebody else turned it off. So, and yeah, people are making comments in there right now. So, I believe that part is all good. So, I know when TARP goes to Advantis, and with the release of Advantis AI, it would detect any contract changes and protect investors. Yeah, maybe that could be the case. And I still haven't looked Crypto Dreams. I mean, I keep saying that I will, but as you can see, things be happening. Shift token is dead. Okay, so and guys, you know, by the way, that I'm a big Shift guy, and I have been all this time, and like. So look at all spam. All right. Well, up to the point that Ponzi got out, I think it was like a week ago. Everything was sketchy about how they were going to complete it, but at least, you know, it felt like things were a go. And then Ponzi started saying like, "What the fuck?" on Shift, and then from that point they banned Ponzi. They kicked out Crypto Dreams. You know, they just kind of went. It was Heavyweight, and then he has made a couple of statements saying that no matter what, he's going to finish the project. And then somebody in one of my chats, Gavin, was he reached out to people and stuff like that. So it's a giant shit show. So you know, we'll see. If I'm already a loss, I'm already a loss. You know, I mean, I can't do anything about it. But I mean, again, this is a grown-up game, and sometimes you trust somebody and shit just doesn't happen. So if something happens, good. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Volt is always going to be the project. Voltoshi is, he's the shit, man. That's all I can say. Voltoshi is the shit. Deadpool, yes, time for them to drop the letter. Lily, in my opinion, will be fine. I think so too. I think Lily's going to be just fine. I don't think that, I think it needs some time now. And during that time, who knows what's going to happen. Advantage will get to 85 million market cap. It's coming. Crypto, what is it at right now? Send me the detail. I'll look it up. I'll look it up when I get done. Lily credibility is shot. It's going down the same route as Saitama and Terrarium. Well, that right there is that's fair enough, Lily credibility is shot. I don't know. Here's what I assume. I assume that you're an investor from the beginning, and that you're like me. You're up a significant amount of money, and even if you're not up the huge amount that you were up out a couple days ago, you're still up a significant amount of money. So you can question credibility, because that is exactly what it is. But at the end of the day, these guys have been and are. At least to me and to anybody else that I've ever had that's dealt with them, they've been as honest as the day is long. So I don't have any problems with them. I don't have any concerns about them from an integrity perspective. I got the answers that I was looking for when I was asking questions, and they allowed me to ask questions. So I feel good, and I haven't sold yet. And again, me being up makes it a little bit easier for me to not sell. So I'm kind of good with my position and hoping something good's going to happen. Lunk is about to dump even more if it hasn't already. Now, mind you, this has been going on for a while, so I haven't really had a chance to pump through these charts and check them out and see where everything is. But I kind of thought it's weekend, we're probably going to go sideways. And Lunk is doing exactly what I said it was going to do, and it's probably coming down here to the 14.5 level. I'm going to stick with that one because it's doing exactly what I said. This is a lesson for everyone that exchanges announce first seems to be, Scott, you're absolutely right about that. And that was one of the concerns that we had after the fact. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we were hearing about it, and my first answer when somebody says that they're being listed on Coinbase, okay, cool. But here's the other part. If somebody's saying that we're being listed on some kind of exchange, and you're just all right, cool. And then you find out that it's going to be sometime in the future. In hindsight, that could be wait a minute, wow, that shouldn't be. That seems a little bit odd. But you gotta remember that there's a bunch of crybaby Jeets that are out here, and I call them crybaby Jeets, but I don't mean it to be in a disrespectful. No offense, right? No disrespect. But they're gonna start calling. Look, these guys are calling people's moms. Oh, did he really? Did he really go to whatever school or something like that? They're just look. There's a whole lot of crazy shit that goes on in crypto. So, you just deal with it. I appreciate that. So what happened to Phantom? Do you still have it, or they were, matter of fact, my Phantom might even become unstaked pretty soon. It might be. Hold on and I'll tell you. Connect Wallet. My stake is in there, so my pending reward is 144 million off of 103, and I don't want to redo it because I'm waiting for the launch. So my lock expiration is expired, and my stake is now, basically doubled. But that goes into the new contract, not the old contract. So I just have to take these out when they tell me what to do. I was also, and I have spoken with those guys recently, so I'm just waiting for them to do. So the reason that Phantom version 2 hasn't launched yet originally was because when they tried to get the liquidity out, they got most of it out, but there was like 40 or 50,000 that was stuck in there. And that's a significant amount of money. So they had to get somebody who could help them, like a smart contract provider. And it was the original smart contract provider that they had to get in order to get the liquidity out, because they couldn't understand, like they were trying to unlock it and it wouldn't come out. And there was some kind of bug that wasn't allowing it to come out. So they got it out, and now they're doing a version 2 contract, and they'll know about it pretty soon. So then we'll know. What's up with Keanu? Is that done? Actually, Keanu's still tradable. You should buy some. I'm still hodling. Been in for a bit. I like the idea of what they're doing. Yeah, I do too. I mean, look, I've never, and I've told you guys as much as possible that I'm not a big fan of charity, but I do think that what they're doing is special and very benevolent. But at the end of the day, the question is, as a business, is that a business model? And that's not a business model. What is the business model? Would be a blockchain that could be used in specified fields. So whatever happened today does not mean Lily is gone. That is exactly right. I personally believe that the dev team were in the right with the information they had. This could have been on the other end. Well, that's the way that we have to look at it right now, but not everybody's going to look at it. Not everybody's going to look at it that way. They're going to complain. They're going to whine. There's not much you can do, but you can see that the Volt army is in here with lightning bolts raining down on everybody. Bull runners, stand with the Lillian tribe. We are all here to better our lives, and this isn't the community's fault. That is exactly right. It is not the community. The community is invested in whatever you in many different projects. We're not all invested into just one thing. I saw some people that I respect, that I know, talking crazy shit about Lillian today in Volt, and I didn't appreciate it, but that's their opinion. I mean, they're allowed to have their opinion. They don't have to like everything. That's part of the beauty of both crypto and being in these different chats and being an American. You can disagree. It's okay. But what's going on, Lillian and Volt Army? When are you going to do Advantis content? Come on. Dude, I'm working on it, man. I'm going through there's a process. We still believe. I appreciate that. Volt Army is everywhere. Goddamn right they are. BRL NFTs to blow minds. I did get a quick look at that, and I'm going to be talking to Steve tomorrow, I think. And yeah, it should be pretty cool. Are we ready to moon? I guess you're working. Yeah. Lily in finance Twitter announcement that there is no listing has the comments turned off. Why? The comments are not turned off. I mean, if they were turned off, I apologize. Like I and to be fair, I can't tell you why, or I can tell you it's because there's a bunch of haters coming in. And oh, that's me. But there are a lot of people in here that are making comments. So I think the voice chat is open. Oh no, wait a minute. Are you, dude? Shit. Okay. No, yeah, no. Well, people are just going to cry. I mean, like, what are they supposed to do? I guess would be the question. Lily Finance Twitter announcements that there is no listing has the comments turned off. Why? For what purpose? Like, there's nothing more to that statement unless you want to bitch about it or say that you support it. And if you support it, we know. If you're going to bitch about it, we also know. So I don't know what the point is for making comments on it to let people know that you're upset. I mean, you can make your own post about it. I mean, that would be cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it has to be on their post. I believe they should do a buyback with all tax accumulated because of the announcement. Really should make up the community good. You know what, Wizard? So I think that you'll find that there'll be a lot of things that are done over the next couple days to right the ship and to fix, a lot of things that happen. I'm not, I don't know. I can't say, but that is a good idea. Ain't nobody going to the moon with the current macro situation. I think the moon I think the moon is a lot shorter now than we realize. Mr. Fudney is so happy he got to make a video about Lily not listing. Well, yeah, I mean that's his shtick. That's what he does. I mean, you know what I mean? So, I mean that's it, dude. Look, and to be fair, look, I talked to Rodney. Rodney and I talked on the phone for about an hour 2 days ago, and he's like, "Bro, I wish that this Lily thing would list so much because it would be so good for the crypto DeFi space in general." I mean, Rodney wants it to be successful, but Rodney's got a shtick that he does on his YouTube channel where he covers this type of stuff, and this was an opportunity to cover this type of stuff. He owes it to his fan base to cover it. I mean, that's why I'm like, look, I wasn't going to be live tonight, but I owed it to everybody to come out here because listen, there's some people who listen to me, and I've been supportive of Lily the entire time, and I'm still remaining supportive. So you can make that what you want, and I do say not financial advice and all that kind of shit, but we know, like, guys, look, when I talk about something, some of them you're going to look at and you're going to decide for yourself, and I think that most people do their own research, but if I'm high on it and then you look at it and you're high on it, then we get in together. But if something goes wrong, some of you are going to say, it's your goddamn fault. So, and look, I got big shoulders. I understand. And this is a long-term project. So they get more trust because they've been around for a long time than some newer projects would get maybe. But I mean, in the end, I think you're going to be fine. Lily did an update on their Twitter page, FYI. Yeah, let's go. I guess we'll go look at that and see what it was that they had been said. Listing update. We want to let everybody know that due to unforeseen delays, we will not be listing today. Once we receive an update, we will pass along the news. Let's be patient together. We are going to make it. Okay, that comes from Barney because that's exactly what Barney posted in Telegram. So I didn't know that was Barney that did those, but now I do. But that's exactly what they posted in their Telegram. So and full disclosure, I talked to Barney on the phone a little while ago myself. And he's upset too. Like, I mean, they're all they are all upset. And the thing that he said, like what I said to him was, look, there's a lot of people who've been here since the beginning. You need to come out here and you need to talk to everybody, because right now you have everybody's, you still have a group of people who trust you and believe in you, but that is going to erode every second of every minute that you're not out here in front of people talking and using words and saying stuff and taking the heat and letting people vent and stuff like that. And you're going to have to weed your way through the scalpers before you get to the people who have been with you for a long period of time, and and let them get it out, let them ask their questions. Some you can answer, some you can't, but you need to be in front of it and you need to let people speak. And he went to the legal department, and we'll see. Like they'll have a voice chat if they can. And I mean, I think they should. And I don't think the legal department would tell them not to at any point, unless they're overthinking something. But that would be a guess. What do you think about Terra and the latest marketing wallet hit? Dude, don't even get me started, man. I went on a rant about that the other day. I think Milton. Look, I mean, they're entitled to pay their bills, but saying that you're never going to do it look, Milton needs to come clean with everybody and explain why he does it the way he does it, which I think that he did. But then he also said that he thinks that he should he agreed, I think, to tell people in advance that he probably should have that conversation. Then he didn't at any point. But if he did, people would just be selling off. Like that would be nonsense to do to begin with, for the purpose. I mean, what the purpose would be to use as little ETH as possible. You know what I'm saying? In order to pay bills. So I don't think he wants any dumps, and I don't think he wants any low candles when he's doing it. But I understand that's how they have to pay their bills. I don't like it because that's not, that doesn't appear. Look, you can look in the white paper if you need to. It's not in the white paper. And then they're going to look at you and they're going to say, well, come on, man. I mean, obviously we got to pay for it somehow. Right. Okay. But it's not in the white paper. You know what I mean? Like that's something that should be in the white paper. Like you're not telling us everything that we need to know in order to make a good investment decision. That is deceptive, and you shouldn't be deceptive in that regard. And if something changed, then you owe it to your people to change it, put it in the white paper, update everything. And I think that they're not doing justice to a lot of people, especially in the DGen community. And you know, from everybody that I know, Milton is a great leader for that company. He's a great leader for that building. He's a great leader for Terrarium, but he does not handle Twitter very well. And, you know, when he makes mistakes, he doesn't like to own it. I mean, that's, I don't know why that is, but, you know, MMAI impressed. I am too, man. I think that MMAI's got a long way to go, but they're going to make some serious profit at some point. The only reason Lily is dumping is because the community causes this. It's probably out of their hands. Everyone dumping was just trying to trade on a pump and never believed in the project anyway. That is actually very correct, but that doesn't change that those people are real people and that you know, some people were honest people who just wanted to get in on stuff. They weren't, not everybody's a scalper. You know, a lot of people were just trying to shave some ETH off the top. Those are scalpers. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, that's the nature of this game. I mean, that we're playing. And some other people were like, all right, you know, maybe we'll see where this goes. And, you know, put it this way. Am I a bad person if I put in 1 ETH and it goes up to 3 ETH and then I take my ETH back out and then I leave 2 ETH in instead of taking it out? Like, am I not invested for 2 ETH? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I basically scalped 2 ETH off of somebody else by holding on and my investment going up, but, you know, at the end, if I'm still holding a bag, even if I take 2 out and I leave 1 in, I'm still an investor for my original amount. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's enough. There's a lot that I don't want to. I like denigrating sometimes and reducing and having some good jokes and stuff. But, you know, I dumped 200 million lunk at 176. Going to buy back soon. Pick up a few more. You know what? I feel like I should do that too, Richie Rich. But I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna hold mine and let it go long. But I am putting the lunk that I earn and yield into USTC and wait for that big pump. And then when that big pump comes, I'm just gonna flip it back over into lunk. I appreciate you, man. That's not for me, man. All the influencers that help hype with the listing got to be ashamed and apologize. I don't think there's all the influencers. And I think that, you know, I have defended these guys, but I don't think you can call it hype. I mean, who's hyping other than the Lily team what's going on? You know, people are asking me, like, I'm not out here. Look, here's my brand, right? Bedtime. Oh, shit. Look at that comment out of the way. Bedtime. That's Volt, Decanect, and Lit. Breakfast, Volt, Decanect, and Lit. Those are my peoples, right? I'm not out here. I do Luna Classic content because I like what's going on there. I have a Bitcoin right here that I can show you. Bill S. Preston and Theodore. Oh my God. Ted Theodore Logan. 69 dudes. And then I also have a Hulk. And then I have like YouTube like, subscribe, and shit like that. I got some lightning bolts that pop in here at random. That's it. So I don't hype anything up. So I don't really owe anything to anybody. And I'm not really worried about any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, cool. If you think they owe apologies, though, I mean, if anybody who was pumping it up, ask them to apologize. It's cool. But being supportive is a little different than hyping something up. Yeah, dude, I don't know. You know, I don't know, man. What did you say about a version 2? That Phantom is doing a version 2. It's coming. Big Rum on Lily is the Coinbase hype, brought in $10 million, and the big all-time high sells were from people who never bought the tokens. So the rumor is, but that's not true either. That's just what people make up, right? That's not true. That's the shit that people make up. So, you know, it's very difficult to, and every single token that ever has some kind of thing that goes wrong with it, where they pump up and they start dumping again. And by the way, look at every chart. Okay. Every one of them has the same thing, and everybody has the same story, and they're not always the truth. So, but you know what? As a matter of fact, Crypto Dreams, I did see one that did make me question it at one point. I think it was 58 ETH or something like that. Like, you know, there was one sell where I was like, Jesus Christ, because they had been in there since the beginning or something like that. But if you think that these guys did this for 58 ETH and that's somehow going to pay, like, I mean, come on, man. Milton takes out 191 at a time. You know what I mean? Like, these guys didn't take out $50,000. That doesn't even, like, or they would have been doing it every month. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nonsense. But the other thing is, Crypto Dreams, if I could take out 58 ETH of something that I put like 10 ETH in, and I could still have 58 ETH, or if I made 58 ETH, I mean, that's a lot of money. Like, you know, sometimes people just exit, and we create conspiracies for that exit. So, you know, it's not always the case. They turned off comments on a tweet, nothing else. There we go. All right. Bingo, bango, bongo. What's up? L's up. God damn, man. I watched an interview with Kenny Payne today, and like, he was just, man, whoo. It's just it's just out of control, man. I think Rodney was holding. It's very possible. I mean, he might have, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I talked to Rodney. Rodney was hoping for the best here. So I thought Lily learned from Saitama not to promise anything. Saitama's still doing great things. I don't know. You know, look, I'm not Lily. I'm not Saitama. So, I mean, I can have my own opinion, but it's just my opinion. I appreciate that. Dogecoin is in love and have a girlfriend. God damn it. Doge's girlfriend. Is Do Kwon innocent? I don't know. He's not innocent. He's not. And Pirate Mike, I'm gonna get to you in just a second, by the way. Is Do Kwon innocent? Is he innocent of a crime? Probably. Is he negligent in what he allowed to happen? 100%. So, I mean, negligent to me is just the same as guilty, because if he didn't stop it or couldn't stop it, or, you know, he didn't have preventative measures in place to prevent it, then, you know, but I mean, here's the thing. He also said it was experimental to begin with. So now that we know two things, FTX and Citadel, now that we know, then we know that he's not the one that took the money out, but that doesn't change anything. I mean, what happened still happened. So, and by the way, Avast ye landlubbers, Pirate Mike is in the house, and does he have a treasure trove for you? Never trust the devs. They do not care about anyone of us but their personal gain. I mean, it's not true in every case, but yeah. Adam Shelton needs to come out of the closet, get a haircut. Bet I don't. Everyone, yes, that's 100% what you should do. That's 100%. I even gave you my address earlier. You can hit rewind. I think Scott's going to be on with Rodney tomorrow. That'll be good. But I think they're going to do WAGMI, and then, I mean, Rodney's going to want to talk about it. So, can you comment on Saitama? I'm not invested in Saitama anymore. So I don't really have a whole lot to say, other than it's nice to see that it was pumping for once. Like, I think it was up to about 1,100 just recently. It had dropped to zero again. So yeah, I mean, you know, I hope nothing but the best for him. But I mean, you know, listen, that's a lot of crazy shit going on with, you know, that inner circle. So It's just too much, man. Like here I am in the middle of drama, trying to stay out of drama about drama. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ, I can't get away from it. But you are still the man, please. Hey, I appreciate that, man. If people can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Take a motherfucking profit. You scam. No, I'm not your mom. Pirate Mike in here with the Australian $20 bomb. Pirate token is all about delivery and organic growth. No lies or pump and dumps. There we go. Marketing campaign coming soon. You better believes it. No different than people hyping Lunk to $1 or Shiba to the moon. Right. Yeah, a lot of it is hype. Oh, now this guy's just annoying. God damn it. I was hoping he was going to have some good shit. Fucker. Not well. But yeah, Pirate Mike is going to have a marketing campaign. He and I've talked about it already. So should be interesting. Like you landlubbers, something like, you know what, we'll work on it. If Pirate Mike ever hires me, then you can bet Pirate Believes is going to be given some crazy ass videos. Thanks for making update. Way to take on the chin. Would have been nice if Brad did the same, but people can't take the bad. Well, you know what? Brad, look, I think anyway, that everybody's going to be out there in full force, but they don't have any information right now. What did happen is they were sitting around waiting for everything to happen. Like, I think a lot of us were just kind of hitting refresh on Coinbase assets every once in a while to see what was going on. And I think they were doing the same thing, that they had reached out and they had tried to contact somebody, but they weren't getting anywhere because you can't talk to people at Coinbase. It's very difficult to get into their office or anything. And by the way, just so you guys remember, on November 23rd, I think it was, Zach Siegel, the head of listings at Coinbase, did post, this is false. And then he gave the listings, right? And then Luis said, can you please reach out to us about what is going on here? Because, we do have some stuff. And then Zach said, yeah, send me the details. So they've been in communication. So, that's another piece to kind of add here, that, this whole time they've been talking to the people. So they do believe that the listing was supposed to be today, according to them. And they're 100% going to stand by that, because everything that they've done so far would be leading to that. One more thing I like believes, because he's honest. In future, nobody should get paid some tokens and let influencers decide to hop in or not. I'll tell you this. There's a couple times, and I won't say that I'll never take a token from somebody, because I will take tokens if you have a project. But if I took the tokens, it would be with the understanding that you, as the developer, would buy the tokens for me back from me OTC, because I don't want to wreck the chart, because that's not like, I don't want to be associated with wrecking a chart or anything like that. I also don't really need to take out, if I do something like that, then it's for a small amount, because I don't want to be paid in just somebody's tokens, or I don't want to get into somebody's launch or something like that, make a whole bunch of money, and then I'm an asshole and I'm the next Dell Crypto for wrecking a chart or some shit like that. Like I'm not into that shit. I'm absolutely not into that shit. When I do agreements, I want it in USDC or ETH, and that's it. And I have had people reach out to me, and I said, I will take a certain amount of USDC, and then I'll take some of your tokens, but you will buy back these tokens from me if I decide to sell. And just full disclosure, I've never done that, because I do still hold on to most of the tokens anyway, just because it's better I feel more comfortable helping people out and holding the floor than I do just selling their tokens, even if it's back to them. So this right here, I don't know what he knows or doesn't know or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know if he's an insider or not, so I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, same thing. I when I saw him leaving, that to me, that's a red flag no matter what. Like that is a red flag no matter what. And it made me question him, but didn't make me question Lily. Like, why was he leaving? What was it? Because if it were something else, like I kind of thought that I would hear from somebody that it was. Um, but I don't know. I did think it was weird for him to leave, though. I don't have Lily staked. As a matter of fact, I do not have any of my Lily staked. Um, as a matter and as a matter of fact, I've never even considered it. Um, I don't know why. Probably because I'm lazy, and I know it's probably just an easy thing. But I probably looked at it one day, and it was like $40 or $30 or something like that. I was like, I'm not paying that. Fuck that, and I didn't do it. All right, Advantis is coming December 15th. It's an app reader called Advantis AI. Will scan and report any changes in contract and send notifications to warn investors. Also tracks scammers that create token after token. By the way, Advantis is coming from Justin Moonshot. And if you guys have ever heard me talk about Justin Moonshot, you would know I don't like him. But I don't like him because I thought he was way too weird about how he defended Saitama all the time in the face of some of the things that were very obvious. So that's why, that's why I didn't. That's why I haven't liked him. But he is still around. He is still with TARP. They are rebranding into Advantis. So that's kind of cool. I like the name better. So I am going to check that out. What about BRL? What about BRL? BRL, isn't it on the moon right now? Right next to Volt? Isn't Pirate Token a retake of Saitama V3? Hey, Blaze, you good? Still, yeah, I'm good, man. I am all good. Saitama is dead, just like Lily is done today. Another scam. Saitama's not dead. Saitama has a $50 million market cap. It has an ecosystem valued at another $300 million right now. Like, it is absolutely not dead. Although, I mean, I would admit that it needs to, it'd be nice to see it back up in a 500 million market cap instead of 50 million market cap. That doesn't do anybody any good. Appreciate that. I consider Saitama part of my, yeah, so do I. I made some good money off of it, but still, it's okay. BRL community will welcome you all. BRL guys, look, BRL is the shit, man. I've had a great time with these guys. So, and you're gonna see me talking a whole lot. All right, man. I'll talk to you, Mike. And everybody knows that's just a slogan. Like, I'm not always right. I just do the best I can to give you the best information that I can. So, believes Trim is going to come out with video sneak peek of exchanges Monday. Any comments on that, and any idea on who would be their liquidity provider? So it's actually a very, very interesting question. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see what it looks like. I mean, I think we all kind of know. I think we all kind of know what it looks like because we saw, the pictures and stuff like that. It's going to be black and green. And you're going to be able, it'll have red and green candles, and you'll be able to buy from a chart. And you'll be able to short and long. So you'll be able to do futures trading. So yeah, I think it's going to be exactly what we expect. It better be like fit like a glove and just be natural so that everything. There was never no goddamn listing of Lily in Coinbase. Okay. And any idea on who would be their liquidity? I don't know who the liquidity provider would be. I assume that's why the new guy was brought in to head that up and to be part of that. So I don't know, but it will be because they are providing proof of reserve. They did say that in one of their AMAs. So we will know who that is right away. Oh, this is one of those guys. Cry baby, cry baby. God damn it. Wasn't there something like that when we were kids? Like, cry baby, cry. I don't know. Dry your eyes. I don't know. Something. Don't get me wrong, please. I know you bought most of the projects. You shilling with wish you the best. Yeah. Have you been in the Discord with BTFA? I'm still holding my stuff, staking all assets. How do you feel? I have no, but I don't have an opinion either. I'm just waiting I'm just waiting to see like what happens over there. I don't really understand all that's going on. But I figured that it was important. Like when there's new people, they don't need me. They need time. So I just figured I'll give them time and chill out and see what happens. Don't know what to hold as an opinion on it. I mean, I really don't. And Volt, you shill and getting sued. Yeah, man. Have your mom come over. All right, he's gone again. He'll be back. I mean, he'll be back in a minute. You have any XRP? I don't have any XRP. Matter of fact, I've never even tried to get XRP. I kept telling myself I was going to. I kept telling myself I was going to, and then I ended up just not. So, but let's go look at these charts again and see how these guys are doing. He did not talk to me anything about okay. So what I said, oh man, the one thing I could say is these guys come in with the best names. He did not talk to me about an AMA. What I said was, and I'll tell you what I said to him. All of these people have trusted you for a long period of time. You owe them the opportunity to have a conversation and say what they got to say. You know, like you owe these people not, and you know what? You don't owe the scalpers anything. I mean, you know, as investors, you should say something, and it should be inclusive of them. But you know, people who are just looking to scalp and take some of your ETH away from it. Like I don't think you really owe them an explanation. But the people who've been there for a long period of time, who've trusted in you, that when you say something's going to happen and it happens, you know, you owe those people the opportunity to say their piece. So, let them say their piece. Let them come in. Let them say their piece. Let them do what they got to do. I mean, you know, that's what you should do. So, that's what they were getting. That's what they were getting. They were getting something. They were getting their legal department. They were looking into it so they can have some kind of question and answer and stuff like that. But I mean, here's the thing. At the end of this, if you are doing business with Coinbase, you cannot reveal your contract or your Coinbase agreement or anything like that. You can't do it. But what's the first thing that somebody's going to do? They're going to be, whoa, if it's such a big fucking deal, put a contract out here. Well, you can't. You're not allowed to share it. I mean, you can, until Coinbase does something, you are not allowed to share that contract. I mean, like if you're going to go through a legal process or something like that. Like again, I'm riffing and guessing when I say some of that shit, but I can't imagine that you're allowed to share the terms of your agreement with Coinbase just in case there was something to it. So, and yes, they are trying to be legally vague to not. Well, first of all, here's the thing. Here's what should here's what you have to be right now. If this is an error on behalf of the provider, then you know you have to give them a chance and say, we're here on Monday, we'll get this taken care of right now. Like I don't see that as that way, but I mean, again, I don't think these guys are lying to me about anything. So excuse me. I don't think they're lying to me about anything. So I'm cool with watching it play out. So, but I think they should, you know, answer the questions. Can you do an AMA so people can get answers? That's what I was just talking about, Sai. Like, I don't know if it's going to, I mean, they should come out here, but you know, I can't imagine that there's going to be, there's going to be very many, like, what can you answer right now? Because the questions are going to be, did you just pump it up so you could steal money? Well, the answer to that's going to be no. let me see proof of everything. Well, I mean, obviously you can't share the documents because it's not nana boo boo stick here and doo doo. It's this. If you don't trust my word, then don't invest in my project, because that's what I have. And I know that's not the answer anybody's ever going to want to hear, because these are some weak-handed scalpers. I think that they don't really care. They just want to make some money off of it. You know what I mean? But look, I know way more. I know more than I can say is I guess what the best I can tell you is this. I know more than I can say. It's not, none of it's going to be for me to say. But I'm still holding, because I'm going to see how this thing plays out. I still believe in the long-term vision of the project as well. So if I didn't do that, then I'd be like, let's just, no. So we'll see. I'll be honest, I'm not surprised. Skirted the cart for Coinbase. I'll be shocked if it's listed, but this is an exciting space. That's why I play this. It's, again, they thought they had authorization. They felt they had authorization. And again, look, I think again, knowing things that I think things are going to be fine. All right. I think the only reason I think the whole thing is BS is most exchanges ask for people to deposit tokens at least 2 days before listing. This did not happen with Lily. A deal. So yes, as a matter of fact, and this one is something that I can speak on, because they have not uploaded the liquidity, and they were waiting for the address to upload the liquidity, which they were supposed to get this morning, and they did not get it. Or yesterday, one of the days, like somehow or another, there has to be a liquidity upload, and they're waiting to upload the liquidity because Coinbase is not buying tokens, because this is they're providing all of it and stuff like that. So yeah. Gotta run. Hey man, Sebastian, have a good night, man. We'll talk to you again soon. I believe this is a great team, but they have got to deliver, especially when we are using our brands and our saying. That's exactly right, Chris. You have to deliver when people expect you to deliver. And I mean, we can look back and we can be like, well, they were stubborn and hard-headed about this is going to happen by a specific period of time, definitely going to happen, et cetera, et cetera. And I mean, fair enough, but I mean, that's what happened. So just got to deal with it. And all right, well, guys, that's an hour and 8 minutes. Did what I could. So I hope everybody has a good evening. I guess I can't say I'm always right now. God damn it. But here's the good news. This is not financial advice. My name's Bleaves, and I'm still always right, bitches. How about that?
I'm looking for the good life. Sitting on top of the world. I want to be shining.